It gives me great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, the Honorable Chaka Fattah. The Congressman is a long-life resident of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He attended the Community College of Philadelphia and the University of Pennsylvania Wharton School and the University of Pennsylvania Felt School of State and Local Government, where he earned a master's degree in government administration. He also completed the Senior Executive Program for state officials at Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government. He is a very strong believer in education. The Congressman is married to Renee Fattah, and of this union, 4 children. At this time, it is a pleasure and an honor to present to you our Congressman Fattah.
Good morning. Good morning. It is an honor to be here on such a grand occasion as the 150th graduation of this great institution of higher learning. And please join with me as we congratulate the class of 2010 of Elizabeth City. Give them a big round of applause. Now, I must admit that I am humbled by the honor to be able to be with you and to share some remarks on this auspicious occasion. I was speaking with our president. He is going over to address Hampton's graduation. He wanted to convey his personal congratulations to each of the graduates here. That's from President Barack Obama. I am just amazed at the leadership and work and the commitment of your chancellor. Now, I want to say that we all know about his great work in terms of the new pharmacy building and the aviation program, but he told me that he's a graduate of Elizabeth City. Now, his wife's a graduate of Elizabeth City. And that his children are graduates of Elizabeth City. And that their spouses are graduates of Elizabeth City. This is a man who has a total commitment as chancellor of this university. Give him a round of applause for his leadership and commitment. There's a difference between concern and involvement. He is definitely involved. And I know his great leadership is moving this school forward. Now, I'm here in part because my colleague and your congressman, Congressman Butterfield, is so committed that he felt that it would be important for me to be able to share this moment with you. And even though other pressing business is taking me back to Washington, I had to live with the commitment that I made because Butterfield would never let me hear the end of this. Now, I'm running for a big, important post in Washington, the chair of the Appropriations Committee, just to be in control of $1 trillion of federal funding. Butterfield said that it would be helpful to me to come this way. So, as we travel down life's highway, there are many twists and turns down the road. These graduates need to know that it's not always possible to know what's down and around the next bend, but you have to be dedicated and disciplined enough to continue on life's journey. And they have arrived at this moment. They went through the trials and the tribulations. They've mastered the subject matter. They may have to pass up a party in order to pass a test. But they are going to be graduates today, and I know that their grandparents and their parents and their siblings and their community and their church, their fellow church members have prayed for this day to come. See, we didn't get this way, and we don't come to these moments all by our own efforts. You heard in the invocation that our steps are ordered. Someone had to pray for you to arrive at this day of graduation. And through those prayers, you have arrived. But this is not the end. This is the beginning. And that's why we call these commencements. You are beginning another step along life's highway in which your purpose in life, your responsibility to do your best. In fact, I believe it's a sin before God to do less than your best. Now you have been prepared. Your foundation, where there was sand, Elizabeth City has now put concrete. You have mastered your work. It is going to prepare you to go forward in ways that you can't even imagine in terms of your future responsibilities and accomplishment. Now, there's a young woman here who sat exactly where you were sitting a few years ago. In 1945, she graduated from the Elizabeth City. Edith Randolph is with us today. She is a graduate, and for decades hence, she taught in the Baltimore schools. I got a chance to talk with her earlier today. I want you to give Miss Randolph, a fellow alumni of this university, a big round of applause for her decades of service and work in leadership. Now, I want you to think about that. Think about your great chancellor. And think about Mrs. Randolph. Think about the fact that they sat exactly where you are sitting on a day just like today, decades ago, graduating. And then their education, their foundation, allowed them to take their degree and make a dynamic difference in the world that we live in. To give back to this university, to teach in a school system as far away as Baltimore, Maryland. I know there's some young people here who are graduating from Philadelphia. And I'm from Philadelphia, so I want you on my behalf, give them a big round of applause, the Philadelphia contingent. But wherever you hail from and wherever you may end up, this university and what it has provided for you will have set the stage for greatness. Greatness not in terms of being on the front page of the newspaper, but greatness in its truest form. Because greatness comes from not a life